Hello, everyone. Welcome to Rick's Tech Pub at 2 o'clock on a Tuesday, I think. Yeah, Tuesday. It is about 80 degrees here, partly cloudy, starting to become mostly cloudy, so it is, yeah, it's pretty well. I think it's going to be overcast by the time it is all said and done. There goes my phone. Of course, people now trying to get a hold of me. Uh, So yeah, I hope everybody's having a good day. It's kind of been an off day for me. Been kind of doing different things, and one of them being is I was out working on bikes today. That's the other thing I do is I do mountain bike repair. So if I can't do a lot of computer stuff, well then I do mountain bike stuff. And one of the stuff I like having is this disc brake cleaner. I know you can't see it too well because of the shadows or whatever, but this is disc brake cleaner for mountain bikes and well anything with disc brakes. And I have disc brakes on my bike. This does a rather good job of cleaning it. You just spray down the rotors before you leave. That stuff sit in there for a while, and then it keeps the brake pads from squawking so much, which is a problem I had a while ago. See there they go again. I muted my phone so you guys can't hear it, but you can hear the buzzing from it. Mm. Yeah, and everybody's talking about this YouTube thing. This is not YouTube, but this Skype finally got shut down. I think it was yesterday or today. I think they were saying it was going to happen today. Maybe it was yesterday. I can't remember. But anyhow, Skype is gone. Skype is done. Now everybody's talking about, and people are calling me about Teams and some of well, so they're gonna have to use Teams. I won't use Teams. I have no reason to use Teams. Um, I don't do that many business meetings or business related stuff. So online, so I'm on Zoom and YouTube. That's about it for me. I was on Facebook for a while, and that turned into a disaster. So I got the hell up off of Facebook and my account. Well, what started is my account got hacked again for the second time or maybe third, and I said I'm just not gonna go back. It's not worth the time. So the company that makes this brake clean is called Muck Off, MUC line off OFF disc brake cleaner for bikes. Which reminds me, I need to get I need to find a way of getting some wireless. I think I can. Not sure. Some of the other things I was been wanting to do today is get my computers cleaned. I haven't done that yet. I really need to get that done. I really need to get my computers cleaned, dusted out. They're really getting dusty, especially the one here in the living room. It really needs to be cleaned badly, but I just haven't gotten around to it. I've been too busy doing other stuff. When I've been doing other stuff, I just haven't gotten around to doing that yet, so. Alright. No viewers today. Huh, that's interesting. Yeah, there's nobody today. So this whole thing with Skype shutting down, yeah, I'm not surprised. I mean, how many years they say it's been around here? It's been here for what, 12 years? I think it's time for it to go. Really, I think it's been here long enough. I mean, I used Skype for a number of years for different things, but it worked good when it did work, and I don't know. I used it for a couple of things, but didn't really use it for a lot. So nowadays I just use my phone if I gotta do a video chat with somebody. I just use my phone. I don't use the computer too much for chatting with too many people, except for at night when I'm on Zoom, and I don't have Zoom on this phone. I'm not gonna have Zoom on this phone. Hmm. I don't know why they're talking about uninstalling Teams. Hmm. Trying to understand my dad's text message. Don't understand him. Hey, Tony. Hey, Spectre. So, as far as me working out on computers, I mean, that's pretty much why I've been gone all last week, and um, I'll be here this week. I don't have that much going on this week. I didn't want to do too much this week, so I just kind of just, uh, yeah, if I'm needed, I'm needed. If I'm not, then I'll just stay at home and do some things here at home this week. See how far I get away with that. I might get away with it today, maybe tomorrow, but I don't think Wednesday. Thursday, I've already told Bob and Nate and those guys I gotta be here at Thursday at 2 o'clock so I can do my live stream. And they said, well, yeah, if we're not busy, you can be, but if we're getting overloaded, then we're gonna kind of need you. I said, yeah, I know. So that's how I've kind of got the schedule with everybody worked out. That if I'm needed, call me. If not, then just you guys deal with it. I got other projects I want to get around to, and a couple of things here on this computer I want to get done. Still need to get the server up and running. What kind of content creator am I? Originally, what I'm doing is just computer stuff. I usually do some kind of computer builds, although that's kind of gone down by the wayside. Um, on the live streams, we talk about tech stuff, anything techie. anything that's got a chip in it. Like today I was talking about Skype and Skype disappearing and being shut down. But usually, I don't know if you've done any computer builds or if you do computer builds or if you know people that do computer builds, Spectre. That's kind of what I'm here about. Computer technical problems that we together as a pretty small community at the moment. I don't got too many people here, but that's what I plan on trying to do is just get a group of friends here together and we talk about tech stuff. Talk about what kind of computers we use, what kind of laptops we have, what kind of tablets, or what kind of general. I mean, I don't know if you work on computers or anything. And then I always have this, my Mountain Dew. Uh, so, Tony, what kind of weather you got down in your area? It's starting to drastically turn cloudy here. The temperature hasn't fallen yet, but it's starting to get concerningly cloudy. It wasn't like this a half hour ago. Now it's just suddenly the clouds are just kind of just closing in on us. Which, in the afternoon, I don't mind cloudy afternoons, anything after 4 o'clock, because the sun is on this side after 3 o'clock. And it just sits here and it hits the side of the building. All that sun in the evening around 5 or 6 o'clock at night is coming in my windows. So I have to keep the drapes closed, the blinds closed, and because otherwise it gets hot in here and I don't feel like running the air conditioner right now. Because I've got a whole bunch of wiring down here I gotta do. And I'm still not sure how I'm gonna do that yet. Because if I'm gonna run the air conditioner, that means this surge protector needs to be unplugged or moved. And maybe. Yeah. I think I can do that. I just looked down behind the desk and I think I got an extra plug I can plug it into. But, what country am I in? I live in the United States, in a state called Minnesota. That's about all I want to say right now. Really shouldn't have said that because I really don't want people tracking me down. But yeah, I live in the United States. Spectre, you just subscribed. I saw that come across on my phone. Thank you. I'm kind of having to start my subscription list or the people watching over kind of all over again because I also do my computer business, so when I'm running a computer business and trying to do live streams at the same time, it can kind of get kind of messy. That's why Tuesday I wasn't here. I think there was a Thursday before that I wasn't here. So I've been missing live streams and I'm not trying to, but I'll go where the money is. If I'm going to get paid to do something, they said they got the cash and register when I get done before I walk out the door. Just tell them I want to get paid. And it's like, hey, I'll be there. That's one quick way of getting me there. Is just telling me you got cash in the register for me. Like, all right, I'll be there. The job I do may not be too much fun, but I do okay. It's not bad. I do complain a little bit at it because I'm 56 years old and I'm still doing this. Climbing ladders, 40-foot ladders, climbing way the hell up there and looking down. It's like, okay, why am I up here? Shouldn't be doing. But if I'm careful enough, I'll make it. I don't like climbing on ladders like that, and that's why I've told them, like, well, if you got them tall ladders and everything, you have someone else do it because I don't want to get on a ladder that's way up there and the ladder starts doing this and then it just. I don't want to be on it when it does that, especially on concrete floors. I know they've got those paddings or whatever, those grippers that are supposed to grip the concrete so the ladder don't slip out and fall from underneath you, but I don't trust those things. I've had too many of them when I'm up on, 10 feet up in the air, and then all I hear is this. It's the feet of the ladder starting to skid backwards. Like, but that's what I do in general during the day. Is I just wait for computer calls. Like today, I haven't gotten any. Yeah, I do work. I get subbed out on weekends. If someone can't do something and they know it needs to be done, there's maybe two or three other people here in town that someone can call. One of them is me, and I've been kind of getting stuck lately of doing this oddball stuff that someone else was supposed to do, and they couldn't get it done because they couldn't. It's not that they couldn't finish it, but they just couldn't be there for the end of it or whatever. So most of the time, they call me to fill in, and I mean, there's a laundry list of things that they're doing, and I just gotta kind of fill in the gaps and kind of go from there and figure out what they're doing. And like, well, do I look at it like this or is it like that? Or nah, it looks better like that. And I'll bet you if I follow this direction here, these two lines, yeah, it'll work. And I just kind of put things together. And the thing I don't like doing is new office setups. I'm trying to get out of that. I talked to Nate about it the other days. I'm trying to get out of the maneuvering desks and putting desks together, and um, because my back nowadays isn't putting up with that anymore. Thank you, Spectre. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, that's what I like doing, and then in my time off, my days off, which when you're self-employed, you can take whatever day you want off. You get up in the morning, say you just don't want to do it today, you just don't have to. Although I try to not do that. Try not doing that. I get up in the morning and say, okay, no, I don't really want to get out of bed today, but I do anyhow. And then I say, okay, what do I got to do today? Let's get it done. The hardest thing for me to do in the mornings is getting out of bed. And after that, once I've kind of just gotten the cobwebs out of my head, then I'm fine. But I'm stubborn as hell up to that point. Once you get me out of bed, or once I get myself out of bed, I'm fine. Once I'm up and moving, it's just getting to that point. The alarm is going off on my phone twice, and I still haven't moved. Third time I do, because I know I can't lay there anymore. I've got to get up, and painfully I do. And that's the other thing when you got three herniated discs in your back like I do, like L2, 3, and 4, just herniated, and they've done injections so far to kind of keep things spaced apart. But even nowadays, getting out of bed after laying there for 6, 7 hours can be a very not so pretty event. So that's my day in the life of me. Is Um, work on computers. I do. Oh, the software part of stuff I don't like doing. I don't like getting into software crap. I don't like doing it. Some of the stuff I do because it's stuff I know, but any of the new stuff, especially network stuff, unless it's wired, I can do wired okay, but you get into the mixture where you got wireless printers and wireless this, and then two desktops that are wired, and it can get confusing and kind of a hair pulling event because some of those printers just don't want to connect to the network, and then once one printer connects, it knocks something else off the network, and then you got to get that reconnected, which it goes back and bounces back to the other computer printer, takes that one off the network or can't be found on the network, and I go between those two problems between network stuff, but in general, the wired stuff I can do better, but I'd rather stay away from the wireless. But like I've said all along, and a lot of these people on the channel here know that I'm a hardware guy. I'll I'll play along with I'll play along with this stuff all day long. Hardware stuff, hard drives, memories, SSDs, NVMe's, memory sticks, SATA cables. I'll play with that stuff all day long, but you get me into the software stuff and nah, I'll pass it off to somebody else. I'll let Bob or Nate come over here or Joe or whoever, and I'll have them do it because I don't want to mess with it. I mean, I do with the Windows setup, and we do either or. We do either or. We finish the out of box experience for them, or we get right up to the setup where it starts the out of box experience, and we unplug the computer when we're setting up new computers. Most of the time, for offices, we do the out of box experience and get the whole thing set up, but for other people, we stop at the OBOE or OBE or however you say it. OBE or OBE. Out of box experience. OOBE. Or however you say it. It depends on what they want. If they want the whole process finished, including the out of box experience, we leave it up to them. We don't. We like the customer to have choices, so we involve them in the setup as much as possible. As far as getting programs set up, and then we get most of it done here or even at their office. They'll just put me in a back room somewhere, and I'll put a computer together. If they're that tight on time, they say all the parts are in the back in that box back there. The motherboard's there. All the parts that we said that you need are back there, and most of the time they are. There's been a few parts that they've forgotten, but nothing that won't get it up and running. I can get them up and running, and I can kind of get them handicapped running until the next day. Then I bring everything back the next day, and I finish the rest of it. But for the most part, they're up and running right out of the gate. They turn the computer on, finish the OBE out of box experience, and they're fine. It's very rare I get a call, although lately I have been because we got these new secretaries that have not been around computers very much, and they keep calling me. Like, I've got one now that just sent me a text. She's got a question on a computer. She would like me to answer the question if I may. So I've got to get back to her. She's not tech savvy. A lot of these new secretary gals in the small home offices that I set up, that's all I usually run with. I don't do corporate. I don't do it where I'm going around 50 or 100 computers. 20 is bad enough for me. Yeah, 20 is bad enough for me. That's about my limit. Is I'll walk in, maybe, well, nowadays my limit's about 10. Where I walk into a room and they've got 10 computers in there, all networked together. That's about the limit. And I've had a few. Most of them are up to 5 and 6 computers on a network. Those I breeze through those really quick. It's just updates. It's just checking connections, uh, setting up the user accounts, deleting user accounts, adding user accounts, whatever the person that runs the business wants in the small home office. Hey Ken, hey Jeff. I was wondering if you guys were gonna stop by or not, because I've been sitting here flapping my lips, but I was trying to keep up to Spectre and what he was. What the what? Check out a talk by Fresno Fagging on. Hey William. Hey Spectre, catch you later. Have a good one. That's the other thing. I gotta kind of get into looking at the webcam and looking at chat at the same time. It's not easy for me, so um, it's not that I'm ignoring chat, but I don't look to the right that often. 2:27 already. Damn. Gonna go for another 5 minutes here, probably to 2:35. Then I'm gonna call it quits. And again, usually, it's my regular complaint. I got to get more lighting in here. I'm gonna do something with the lighting. I'm just not good at lighting, so I don't know if I'd be able to do that or not. I gotta talk to somebody. See if I can talk her into letting me do that, because then I gotta get my computer stuff done, and I still haven't got to my computer stuff yet. The stuff I've been wanting to do. Been busy doing other stuff and working at other places and running all over the place. And on the 19th, on the 19th, 19th to the 22nd, I won't be available because I'll be down at my mom's, and then we're going down to Maple Grove so I can get that cortisone injection shot. Mm-mm. No. We're going down there to talk about getting the injection shot. I'll probably go down there in another 2 weeks after that to go actually get the injection shot. Okay, Myman. No. Myman Dad, or however you say your name. Don't get too heavy into the religious stuff. You're gonna get bounced if you do that. I don't want people doing that because then it gets controversial. Then I don't want the issues. So I'd rather your comments not be church related, if you don't mind. I just don't want the controversy and the problems that come with it. Even though you say there won't be any controversy about it, That's one base I'm going to cover. Is just I don't want that crap on my channel because it starts out as being innocent and okay, then someone has to stick their opinion in it about it, and I don't want the controversy about it. So church-related stuff, please keep it off the table. I don't want to deal with it. Other than that, yeah, if you got a computer question or computer stuff that you'd like to talk about, you're more than welcome to. But church and government and stuff and all that presidential stuff, yeah, we ain't doing that here. It's just gonna end up being into a snowball fight, and then I gotta sort out the good from the bad and who's right and who's wrong, and I'd just rather kill it off in the beginning and just say I'm just not gonna have it because it never ends up being good. Even though people say it'll turn out good and it's supposed to be, as they say, good intended, it doesn't stay that way because the minute someone has an opposing opinion about it, then it just goes downhill. And I'd rather not us here be on that train, so. Get anything else you're more than welcome to talk about, but just those two things, presidential and religious stuff. I'd rather not. I don't know what. It's over my head, whatever you're talking about. It's getting to be close to 3. Yeah, it's getting close to 3 o'clock. It's 3:32, guys. I think I'm gonna wrap it up for today. I've been trying to keep these at a half hour, and usually I've been overshooting it by a couple of minutes. So I think, yeah, I think we're at 2:32. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna probably just shut this one down at 2:35 because I don't want these going on for too long. But for the new people that have been here today, thank you, thank you for joining. I'm gonna try to do some more uploads during the week, but don't count on it. I mean, don't be sitting by the computer waiting for a new upload for me because it may or may not happen. Because I don't know, with this nice weather here and me wanting to take some days off, I'm gonna spend some time outside. But I don't know. I'll have to check our weather. It looks like it might rain later. Getting kind of cloudy. The clouds are not looking too promising. They look like they have moisture up there. That's what it looks like to me. So we'll find out later today if it rains here. It may or may not. But with that, guys, I think I'm going to close it up and say again, thank you for joining. I do live streams on Tuesdays and Thursdays, Central Time, 2 o'clock, every Tuesday and Thursday, unless otherwise notified the day before or the day of the live stream. Like this one I had this last 2 times, I just wasn't going to get home in time. There's just no way I was going to make it. And I looked at the clock and it's like, it's 5 to 2, like, oh, yeah, I'm not going to make it home. That's why there wasn't a live stream last week, because I was where I was at, and I was 20 minutes out from somewhere. And I knew it was 2 o'clock, and I was like, yeah, I got it on the phone, and I wrote that message out saying I'm not going to make it back home for a live stream because I'm stuck out somewhere doing something. So that's why it usually gets canceled or the day before. if my schedule gets filled up for Monday and it goes into Tuesday, well, then there's going to be no live stream for Tuesdays because I just am not going to try stopping my work, coming home, doing a live stream, and then going back out there, finishing what I was doing. It just, to me, isn't. I thought about doing that. And I said, well, I'll just run home real quick, do a live stream, then come back here and finish the. Nah. So it depends on work and other stuff I'm doing. Um, but for the most part, I'm gonna try getting to a more better schedule of sticking to the live streams on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 2 o'clock. And with that, guys, I hope everybody has a great afternoon or good evening, depending on where you are in the world. All right, Ken. Again, I'm not paying attention to messages like I should be, but I have a bad habit of just not rolling the eyes over and looking at the messages. But yeah, I'm gonna go and probably spend some time outside and drink my Mountain Dew. Go sit outside and enjoy some fresh air. And with that, guys, I'm gonna go. Hope you all have a great one, and hopefully talk to you Thursday. All right, guys, later. Bye for now. As far as shutting this all down,